Good morning, everyone. I see a few people are up early again. Good morning, and let me know how the sound checks out and all that stuff. You can tell I've been up late every night this week. Grab a cup and join me. I have some good peppermint mocha creamer this morning. What has everybody else been doing this weekend? We'll start out with something different. We'll start out with reading the chat. I never do. A permaid? Deb's making a permaid. What is that? It has something to do with a kitty and a mermaid? Possibly. I'm not an amigurumi person, so that's probably why I don't know. We're working on Get Her Done. All right. Working on the Ashton shawl. A kitty mermaid, she says. So, yeah, I was right. Watching from Montana. Sweater for her husband. It's getting to be sweater weather out there for sure. Well, I'm going to say I've been trying to get her done too, because after last Sunday's show, I went out and I laid out the table in the living room and I sewed together the 8 squares I have for the pineapple afghan, which I showed on my last addictions video. So it is just gorgeous, I think. And so now it's time to make the September square. And if everybody that has tried this pattern knows, it is a little bit puckery, but I think when we throw this in the washer, because I used yarn that you can wash and dry, that it's gonna be fine. It's probably not a pattern that I'm gonna choose to do again, but one of the girls had changed a few things in the middle and added some more chains in there, and she got it to be more to her liking. But I still think that overall it's very pretty. Yeah, and I think my daughter's going to be quite surprised because she has no idea that I'm making this. And I think she also thinks that I've been way too busy to be making an afghan for her couch. And I have. But when you do a square each month, it seems to take off a lot of your, the big time away from it, and you don't notice it. Yes, it's a tweed. She has a black and white living room. Her couch and chairs and stuff are black and white, and her curtains are. So I thought the tweed would go okay with the neutral color. Yeah. I also worked on the set this whole set. I've been working on that. And the only thing not done now is the blanket. So I took that out. And I added about this whole section of blue wasn't done yet, this section. So I finished that section of blue, and then I started the next section of white. And so that is just about ready to finish up. So what I'll be doing is I'll be doing 3 sections of the white, just like here. This is my choice of color control on here. This is the Superbly Simple Granny, which I love. I'll link it below. But if you change your colors on your own, it comes out completely, not exactly like she does. But I wanted it to match everything else. So I'm going to finish the 2 repeats of white now, 1 repeat of the variegated, and then add the famous halo. So I'll put Baby Lulu on the outside edge like I did with the Lovey, and then everything will match. And that's my plan there. Yes, and we were talking about a square a month type thing. I would like the creators here, the people that do the make-alongs with me, to start hunting around for a choice of year-long make-along pattern for next year, because it'll be upon us before we know it. And I'll be there having holidays and thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't pick a new make-along for next year. And January will hit and I'll be like, what am I going to do for the year-long make-along? So I'm looking at maybe Messenger, pop me a pattern that might fit into something you could do per month that would add up to the end of the year. Maybe Granny Square blanket or something like that. I don't know. It sounds like something that we'd all want to try. Send it to me and we'll think about it together. The only problem with the book is everyone would have to buy it. So let's try and do something free just because it's easier to have more people. Sometimes I do buy something, but I usually don't use it for a make-along. So, all right, well, today we have our normal show. Well, I don't know if it's normal. It's kind of crazy, right? I have paparazzi D-stash. I have some of this. What is it? Flex yarn to give away. That'll be later. And then I think I'll give you a choice on that. And then I'd like to go over some holiday magazine with you. And then maybe even give away one of Deb's handmade stitch markers. That'd be cool too. So yeah, Get Her Done is our, let's say we're going to finish off September with something that we need to finish up. So I'm going to start working on putting together this beautiful granny square blanket. I have this bag full of squares that the makers here, I always say that, the creators here on the channel have sent me. And I thought real quick, maybe we could glance through this again today, just real quick. And the last couple people that sent in squares are on top. And yeah, I'm just going to real quick show you some of them, and maybe you'll see. We got Lori Armstrong and Lori Gray, and then we got some really pretty flower ones that now that I have unattached the names, because I had to eventually do that, I'm just going to pop them up here. Aren't they gorgeous? This is going to be some kind of blanket, isn't it? So I'm going to start doing some edgings with the cream, what is it, Pound of Love in cream color. And that way I'll try to get them all to have a kind of border on them. But yeah, I think I'm ready. They're just gorgeous. And we got some 3Ds, just like she said. There are some stitch markers throughout. There's one that says I love New York. There's one that, so these will stay on there. I'm not going to take them off. And we're going to get her done. We're going to try and get some of these sewn together throughout the month of September. And then if you feel like if you have a place to share the channel and get some exposure, maybe we'll get up to our 1,500 subscriber goal. And and then maybe we will give this blanket away here pretty soon. That would be great. But however long it takes, we'll just keep on keeping on. Aren't these gorgeous? So see, I do have quite a few. So that's why I said I probably can get her done. Getting down there, I have some of the first ones in the bottom, I think. Oops. I dropped that one. Okay, and I think I'm down to the first couple. That is it. So that was $11, 19, 23, 30, 48. So 48 at 8-inch. So we're moving. We're moving right along. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start it right up. Let's see if I missed anything. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start right out now. Take a little breather, and we'll give away bracelet today. You have your choice of bracelet. When Deb marks the chat, you can put down the choice that you want. This is paparazzi inventory that I collected when I was selling paparazzi. And the first one is one of those urban bracelets that's leather. And it's a long one. It has a couple strands of leather. So that's 4. One of them's pretty hard bling. 2 of them are fairly lesser of the sparkle. And then one of them has almost like a bead. This one wraps around your wrist twice and then has a snap. There's 3 choices, so 3 different lengths. So that is the leather one. So you would mention leather if you wanted to win. Let me hold it properly. If you wanted to win the leather one, you would say leather. The second choice is this one. This one is a stretchy band. It is black beads that make almost like a flower effect, and it just slides on. So there's your second choice. That is wooden. Well, they seem to be wood. Let's see what the black is. It's black in color, and it says Black Haven, black Hawaiian Haven black bracelet. So I don't know what they say, but after the mark, you're going to say leather or wood. I don't know if it's wood. It feels like it. But it's the stretchy black one. So black or leather, brown leather. And that is all right. So I'll give you a couple seconds to do that. Anyone here that wants to win anything needs to have a United States address to win. All of the prizes are donated by me and only me, not YouTube or any other place, not paparazzi, not the yarn companies or anything like that. That is what we're going for today, a leather bracelet or the black stretchy one. Yeah, it says brass urban. That's not brass, that's leather. Anyway. Okay, Deb, I think you can mark the chat and we'll go ahead and give that away. What goes on back in the back room is that Deb and Stephanie do a random number generator and they pick a winner from the comments between the marks, and then they let us know who won that. Next Sunday, Debbie will be gone and she will not be with us. So we will have Stephanie as a sub. If something happens and I don't have a sub on the show, I don't know what I'll do, but I will definitely figure something out. I know a lot of you try to help and things like that. And rather than have chaos and me looking at the chat like 3 times during the show, this is what I came up with. And Deb loves it. She has a great time helping out. She is the best moderator ever. So that's how that came to be. There were 25 entries, and sometimes I miss her comments. And I don't intend to, I don't do that on purpose, like not say your name on the channel, but I have had people cry about it, and I'm sorry. So what are the topics today? We don't have a lot of topics today because I have been spending time with my aunt. She is 10 years older than me. We grew up together. When she was 10, I was born, and our families were like right up the road from each other. And she was my dad's sister. And so I spent like all of my life at the beginning with her constantly. And then when we turned about 30, well, all right, let's see. I was probably about 20, 28 maybe. She left and she moved to Tucson, and I don't ever see her anymore. So it's been 15 years since I saw her the last time, which of course, you come home for a funeral, right? This time she came home for a high school reunion, 50 years. And so it's all been just fun going shopping together. And she's been stopping by other people that she hasn't seen forever and things like that. So I didn't come today prepared, but I have been doing it for 37 shows. And I figured just do what you always do, right? So here is a basket in the room. If you have not watched Addiction 74, then you might not know what that basket is. So I'm going to tell you again that we started a new bracket game. And I used Lori Armstrong's, which is, what is this? This box of tape. Yarn Moods is the winner of the bracelet. She won the leather one. Well, congratulations. So I have a new bracket game going on, and the bracket game is played in the addictions videos. If you are a creator here, then you know that. And you also know that how to get in. So how to get into the bracket game and what you win is what I'm going to touch on just for a minute. There will be 8 spots this time, and you cannot win twice. You can only win once. So there will be 8 names picked throughout the next, 8 videos. And each name will be put on the bracket. So if I say so-and-so wins the first bracket, and this is what they're going to win, and they send me a message to claim, and they can pick through 1 through 8. So then I'm going to give the spot, say they picked number 3. I'm going to give the spot number 3 to them, and then I'm going to take number 3 prize out of the basket and send it to them. So not only is it a bracket game, but it's a mystery game. And then the twist of it is Halloween. So what I did was I made up Halloween packages. The yarn in them is, just yarns that I thought were cool, like tweeds and orange and things like that. And they're small prizes. And then I will add a stitch marker probably. And I haven't done that yet. Right before I send them out, I'll probably add a stitch marker. And when we get to the end of the month, or whenever we get to the end of 8 videos, I will have a roll-off for that bracket. And the winner of the roll-off has a chance to win. Whoever wins it will win. Like I said, I'm tired today. This month's, I think this was August, Yarnable. And this Yarnable package came, the Yarnable box is from Hypnotic Yarns, and you get a llama reusable washcloth, 2 coasters that say, "Don't bring the drama, be a no drama llama." Washi tape, that's it. And then this beautiful skein of sweet and sour merino and nylon blend DK. It's on her plush DK. 246 yards of this gorgeous orange speckle called Sweet and Sour. So that is what the brackets is all about. Now it's a brand new bracket game. We finished the summer one. We started a new holiday type one. Now, how do you get in the brackets? You watch the addictions videos. In each addictions video, there will be a question. The question will be Halloween based, and all you have to do is answer the question. You can just tell me anything that to do with the word Halloween in your answer. If you don't like Halloween, just say, "I don't like Halloween," but that'll enter you. But the other girls that do like it and want to play along are going to be telling me about their experiences with Halloween. And there are 8 questions. Each question is separate. So try not to deviate off away from the actual question, because then you're going to repeat in yourself each story. But I just thought that would be a great way to get to know you guys. And then the other thing I was thinking was, if I continue these types of games throughout different holidays, then I'm going to get to know you more, a little bit each game and things like that. So I just figured, what the heck? That's how I roll, right? All right. So the other thing that I normally do on the channel is I do a D-stash. So today's D-stash is going to be a choice. I like to do choices because that way, if someone really can't or doesn't, allergic to something that I'm giving away, then that way they don't have to choose that. Or if they want wool and they don't get a chance to get wool because I don't give it away, then they wouldn't have a chance. So today's D-stash will be your choice. So when Deb marks the chat, again, you will be putting in your choice of what you want. Okay, so what I did was I got 3 choices today. I got a little bit used. Now this skein of yarn has a little tiny bit used out of it, but you can barely tell. It is one of these Flex from Michaels. There was just a little tiny, very little tiny bit pulled out that went with the sweater. And Jody asked what addictions videos are. You guys want to answer her? She must be new here. I'm addicted to fiber and everything to do with it. I'm addicted to games and challenges and all the stuff that has to do with the creators here. So the Flex yarn is Michael's yarn. It is a 4 medium. It is acrylic and polyester, very, very soft. It does seem to split easily. So I just want you to know that. You will get a skein that's just about full. It's a 590 yard skein, and I probably used 2 yards out of it, really not any. So that's one of the choices. Deb's going to mark the chat now. Your 3 choices you have today. A skein of this, 3 skeins of ice, genus mohair. So there's 3 skeins of this. That's a second choice. So it's Flex, ice yarns, or a hank of Knit Crate Audine wools. This Audine wools is superwash merino, alpaca, and nylon. So you're going to say Knit Crate, ice yarns, or Flex. Those are the choices. You can comment below now if you want to try and win this. You do have to have United States address again. I know it's a tough choice, but that's what it's all about. I wanted to put it out on the table so you guys can choose. Because when I choose, people don't like it. They'll be like, I don't like it. So I'll put them in the drawer and let you guys choose that. And Deb will go ahead and draw a winner from your comments this morning. I did have a couple of boxes of mystery yarns up. If you want one, there's 3 new ones up today. And, you know, when I say mystery and I describe it in the description, they are non-labels. They are D-stash. If you don't like a mystery, don't buy a box. You can tell where this is going, right? Yeah. Oh, dear. What do I got here? Oh, yes. Well, you know, I will probably be doing choices like this with the D-stash more often. So, oh, Sherry liked hers, so that's good. Thank you for buying the boxes last week. So, if you ever want to help me out with shipping, you can always just pop me a PayPal. Email is down below, or do what are those? Super chats. All the shipping. I ship out 6 packages a week sometimes, and anything that you help me out with goes right to shipping. The mystery boxes are a mystery even to you. How yes, some of them are, because I buy mystery boxes, and when I collect them up and stuff, I mean, I've done them on No Filter with Stephanie, and we're totally shocked. We don't know what we're going to get. And some of that yarn gets sitting around here, and I think, well, I'm just going to put them in a mystery box, and I don't know what they are. And so you're going to get all different fibers of yarn, Some don't have labels, some do. If you want that, have fun opening a box like that, then great. And that's why I put them up for the creators here. I didn't tell anybody else. I just put them on my Etsy store and I was done. Yes, please, Deb, go ahead. She's like, Chris, what are you doing? Absolutely, Jody. I stopped. Thanks, Chera. Thank you so much. Yeah, I stopped Knit Crate at the end, I think the end of 2020, because I got a letter. Well, some of the things they were doing I wasn't happy with. And I know that they were taken over, and they really didn't tell us that. They didn't tell us a lot of things because apparently they are not into customer service. Exactly. However, I wanted to jump around and try some different clubs, and I have fallen in love with this, and I am now addicted to Yarnable. I really like the Yarnable. It is a waiting list, and every now and again they open throughout the year. They'll open it up. You have your choice of sock or DK, and 1 or 2 skeins. So that's nice. So yeah, I stopped my Knit Crate, and well, one of the reasons why was because they decided to raise the price way more than I thought it was worth, and then they did it during a time when they cannot fulfill properly. So I'm like, what? Plus, they did another thing. They didn't they weren't smart about what they did when they decided to just add a whole bunch of podcasters and give them a free Knit Crate. That really kind of made me sour, because I thought, well, don't help out or congratulate or thank the people that have been paying all along and give away free to someone else. And in the meantime, let's charge you extra. So, anyway, this isn't about that. Oh my gosh. What are we? Okay. So a link to the Yarnable. Okay. I can do that later on. That's, what did I say it was? Hypnotic Yarns website. Yeah, we know all about that too. She was one of the ones that had been receiving it free all this year. Let's see. Let's move on to holiday stuff. All right. So I have been getting some really cool smile mails from a lot of the creators here. And what a few of them have done is they have sent me some magazines that are either in their stash, or they've been sending me duplicates so I can keep one and I can share one, which is perfect because I really like to do that. I really like to use things that people sent me in giveaways or challenges and things like that. So I'm going to go over this book. This is a crochet magazine sent to me by Miss Nancy, and it is October 97. And I'm looking at like a lot of Halloween and things on here. So I thought, well, you know what? Let's go over it. Look at this Tunisian plaid. Now, I never made Tunisian items or any kind of wearable with Tunisian before. And so right off the bat, this book in 1997 has a Tunisian sweater in it. Can you imagine that? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of what I've been working on I started this last week, which I'll show you again and talk about it again. The second one in here is a vest. And the way that they set up the book last 1997 is they don't put the pattern right after the page. So I can't tell you what yarns they are unless I flip back and forth. So that's not going to work. So here's another sweater. Yeah, I did Afghan stitch blankets and then cross stitched on the Afghan stitch. Yeah, that I did, but I didn't do Tunisian. That was the difference. Here's another sweater for a child or small human with some bobbles in it. Becky Capwell won the knit crate. All right, Becky, go. There's a sash, they call it a Peruvian sash. And then there's a bag. It's done in the waffle stitch. Nice. I think we're going to be doing some Halloween here pretty soon. Here's a zebra print blanket and booty set. They actually put eyes on the zebra booties. Can you see the eyes? Look at the eyes. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Here's south of the border blanket, striped. Oh, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's okay. So what they are doing, they're doing like a tatting, and then they're attaching that to a towel to make it lacy. That's kind of cool. Edgings. And then there's a big section where the patterns are. And then you get to the back of the pictures again. So there's a Halloween rug with a jack-o'-lantern. Pretty cool. And then there's a pumpkin that's actually opened up for like a basket. Now, see, I can't tell what yarn they're using, but it looks like a bulky 6. I would have to flip through. But look at this. Isn't it cool? It's pretty. I like it. Candy corn. Oh, yeah. Okay. Huh. Glenda Winkleman is in this book. Creative Grandma. Look how young she looks. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh my goodness. I didn't even look at this. This is what I do. I don't look at the book until we look at it together. And yes, it's an interview with her. They did it on gingham background. You can barely read it. But yeah, she had done some patterns with the magazine apparently, and but they don't give you the patterns. Then there is another rug with a ghost. And I didn't read any of these, so there might be one in here by her. I don't know, but look at this. Pebble Beach. Aran color Afghan. Love it. So there's bobbles and there's, oh yeah, a lot of texture in that. What a beautiful Afghan. Honeycomb clusters. Oh, look at this star sapphire doily. Oh my goodness. That is gorgeous. And then there is even a tablecloth done in some real small old-fashioned doily thread. I'm sure that's what they used on that. Here's another one. Here's a plain one, but you could do it any color you wanted. Beautiful work in this book. Some placemats. And so that is the holiday October 97 book. If you are interested in winning this book, she was only in her early 30s back then. If you would like to try and win this book, we are going to mark the chat right now. Deb marks the chat put in the word crochet and you will have a chance to win this. You have to have a United States address to win, and we'll give it away to you right now. So Chair says that if she were to win, you would send it to her, like send it to Glenda? Seriously? Glenda's pics there in the 80s glamour shot. Oh, that's what she had her hair all done up. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, I have talked to her in email several times, and she's a really nice lady. So they had a meetup at AC Moore a couple years ago, and it wasn't that awful far for me if I wanted to go, and I should have, because it turned out to be a small amount of people, and it would have been awesome to be able to go because she would have had a chance to talk to me, I'm sure, because there wasn't as many people there as I thought. And also, Jane Wynn had gone, and I watched her videos of it. So, yeah. Yes, we hit 50 at one point. I don't know what happened there. It just jumped way up to 50, and then it went way back down. So, yes, we should have a special giveaway today. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, has it been long enough? Let's go ahead and mark the chat and give away that magazine. And let's see. Anything else I wanted to gab about today? I'm hoping to finish my shawl with halo. I'm hoping to finish that because I did not finish that, and that could be another get her done. That's true. I haven't even started my hats for hats, and more hats. I haven't even started them. I can't believe that because I was always jumping right in and starting them. But with my aunt coming in, getting ready for her to come, I don't have enough time in the day. I just don't have. I think Saturday, was it yesterday? No, Friday. I didn't even stitch at all, anything on Friday. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. I'm going to mark the chat already. Did you mark? Oh, 30 entries. Woohoo! 30 entries. Okay, let's open up the chat to ask me anything while Deb is doing that. And then we will give away one of Deb's stitch markers. That's what we'll do. I'm going to write down, while you're thinking of questions, I'm going to write down who won what here. Yeah, exactly. If I don't do at least a couple stitches of crochet or work on a hat, knit, or something, I must be sick. That comment was after the mark. It doesn't count anyway. All right, well, have I done any Afghan patterns yet? Well, the truth is I have. I bought a cow Afghan pattern from Ravelry. It is in my Ravelry, so you can see it. I did actually put in a picture after I was done, and it was a cow pattern. So what you did was you did the the background and you did like splotches like a cow would have all the way through the Grafgan, and then you added on the head and the tail and the legs of the cow afterwards. And so, yeah, I guess I did do a Grafgan. Who won? Charlene won? Well, congratulations to Charlene. Uh-huh. Yeah, I might have had a book, but this one I downloaded it into my knit companion, put it on my iPad, and then it kept track on the Grafgan where I was. What a perfect little app that is. So it's a free app for Knit Companion. You can upgrade to have more features, but I didn't need any other features. You just go to your Etsy, or I mean, any Ravelry, download your pattern into the program, and off you go. And it just, you flip the pages like it's a book, and it's just so much fun. And just because it says knit doesn't matter, because this was a crochet pattern and it was perfect. You just make the line just moves up, and then it keeps track of where you are. Yeah, I love it. Granny D has a lot of whips. We know you do. Uh-huh. It is not an easy thing. And I think that the one that I chose only had 2 colors. That is a perfect way to start your venture, your journey into Grafgans. Now, if you talk to Stephanie, my partner, Stephanie, she'll tell you that Grafgans are not for the weak. She has done several, and you've got a lot of bobbins going on, and you know it's very, very challenging of patterns. It can be, and to have a bunch of children around is probably not a good mix. I'm just saying. Oh my. Do I have a favorite crochet designer? No, I don't. I used to really like Heather from Just Crochet, and the reason why was because I am a big baby item. I mean, I just like, I am always have something, some whip going on that has to do with either a baby sweater set or a blanket or something. And I used to watch her, or I still do. I constantly watch her because she always has sets. She has baby blankets and baby sweater sets and stuff all the time. Half the time, if you're on her mailing list, you get a free one every week, sometimes every month. And why not? And I just take a lot of her ideas, and I'll take maybe a sweater from this one, a hat from this one, because I've got a lot of them, and mix and match. It is a lot of fun to change up people's their patterns. So I guess you could say I really like her. No, Chair, I know you too well. Oh my goodness. So we got a winner for the magazine, right? Okay, and I probably didn't say the person's name. I don't know if I did or not. And I apologize for that. So what are we going to do? We're going to look at what Deb's stitch markers are for this week. She sent me a bunch of new ones, and I really haven't shown them all that much. So we're going to go ahead and let you know that my friend Deb does take orders for stitch markers. You can message her later. Don't do it now. She's a little busy. And, maybe you want some with letters on. I have sets with letters on that she did with animals. So I have I think I have 5 or 6 in a row. They run from F or G up to J or something like that. And they all have letters on. So I like those. And for now, we will go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to look at all the stitch markers that I have got from Deb that are available. And then if you see one, a favorite one that you like, you're going to make sure you know, oh, okay, I like this specific angel one. When Deb marks the chat, you will write in the box the one that you like. And then if you're picked, you get that one. You have to have United States address to win. So here are the ones with all of the different styles. I have a pineapple one. I have Mr. Let me see if I get these in order here. Okay, so there's a penguin. And then we've got another pineapple. So there's two pineapples. This one is just a pretty ball. I'm not sure how you want to say that. This one is a fish. Looks like an angel fish. This one is a square zebra type box with a pretty flower on the bottom. And this one is red and white with a ribbon, breast cancer ribbon. Then we have the angels. Go ahead and mark the chat, Deb. This one is a white angel. This one is a big blue angel, light blue. This one is a small blue angel. And this one is clear white, a clear bead angel. And then this one has red beads and then an angel on the bottom. So there's your choices. I do have several, but go ahead and put a choice in there and we will send you one of Deb Murray's handmade stitch markers. And along with those, I'm going to throw in some of these pamphlets I got from, what is it? Hobby Lobby. So after you put your comment in and which one you want, you can look at these. This is a scrubby type pamphlet. It gives you some washcloth patterns in here. Little watermelon shaped one, a pineapple shaped one, a Swiffer cover, and some scrubbies. So that is going to be thrown in. Then they have a fall one. It has a big scarf. It has a big vest. Look at that. Big yarn, I mean, like using, we have a set of knit leg warmers, a cowl. So that'll be in there. Go ahead and mark the chat, Deb, and we'll see who wins this package. This one is also knitting a cowl in our same type of cowl that we have been making, but it looks like it's done this way instead of this way. And inside there's a crochet one. Then we have another pamphlet here with a hat, a winter hat, some slippers, a clutch. Look at that color work on there. That's pretty. We'll do a gradient kind. Well, it's kind of like those little V's. So it's a Afghan style. And then there's a bag. It looks like a knitted bag in here. So yeah, there's 4 brochures that are going to go along with your choice of Deb's stitch marker. So as soon as she gets an entry, winner, 35 entries. Awesome. 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 We had a lot of people here today. We had a great time. Any other questions? Mm. Lots of people stayed the whole time too. That's great. We still have 50 in the room. Ah. Hi, Teresa Patton. Sweet Tea joined us. Hi, Karen. Hmm. The time does go by fast. It does. Goes by fast for me too. Believe me. I still sometimes I go, oh, did I say enough? Did I do enough things? I just downloaded the Knit Companion and it looks great. Yes, I love that pattern thing. You can, like I said, you can just keep your patterns in there even if you don't need it for a graph. But it's awesome. Does my aunt do any crafts? She learned to crochet from her mom, which is my grandmother who taught me. And she really just goes side to side. She's only ever done blankets. She has used her sewing machine a little bit, but not to make anything major. So who won? Julie Wookie. Wow. I don't know her. Well, congratulations. I can send yours to Granny D. Yeah, absolutely. I can do that. Oh, you still have to send me a. Oh, Granny D hasn't moved, but I still like to see a message from everybody. Don't forget to get in your brand new holiday random whip pictures. If you are doing the holiday along with our no filter fibercast, don't forget to get a random holiday picture in of your items because we want to see what everybody's working on. I went in, I got some new towels Doug bought me. I'm going to be doing some of those. In fact, my aunt like freaked. She's like looking through my towels last night, like, which ones do I want? She took 3 of them. And you know which one she took? She's from Tucson. So you know she took that cactus one, the little gnome with the cactus button on his hat and the cactus, you can't touch this. Yep, she took that one. You knew she would. Oh my goodness. So you want me to send that to Granny D? Okay, I'll write that down. I don't know which one it is, so Deb will tell me. Yeah, it was cute. She grabbed it right up. That was the gnome towel. Yeah. So hats, and more hats. The yarn for the month to win is some beautiful yarn bedazzling in this colorway. It is beautiful. I have not started mine. I don't know what I'm waiting for. This colorway is Sunburst. How you get in that is you join the Facebook group, hit the announcements tab, look for the challenge. They're all there. The one that says hats, and more hats for September. And you will also receive, if you're the winner, a flower daisy stitch marker, which is my signature stitch marker. And that'll be drawn at the end of the month. And I may or may not have my hats done. I was talking about the new Tunisian earlier that I started. In the addictions video number 74, I do go over a little bit of that new whip. And it is Outlander themed shawl. Yeah. Using the Tunisian stitch and my favorite Heartland yarn. So yeah, I have about 7 rows done. I did a swatch, and that's the swatch to get gauge, and I went up to 2 sizes on my Tunisian hooks to get gauge. And so this is just my swatch. The actual shawl is not in the room with me. Hi, Colby. She doesn't usually catch it, so we're talking right at the end of the show. Does anyone know a pattern for a crescent moon that is large enough to put a star inside? Okay. I see. So what you'll do, Julie, is just send me all the info with what you want sent to Granny D, and absolutely I will do that. A witch hat for holidays can be that in hats. Okay, Teresa Harp, if you do a hat for hats and more hats, that entry can only be in hats and more hats. You can't double dip with another Christi challenge. That's all. But you can do a holiday hat in the hats, absolutely. Yep, so I'm going to be saying, see ya, talk to you later. Take a moment in each day and be a little creative. I'm going to talk to you later, and bye now.